My mother was brutally murdered on December 10th, 1984. She was 74 years old. She was murdered in her home by a casual acquaintance of our family. She was strangled. She was hit by the fire irons from the fireplace. She was hit by a fire extinguisher. And yet she was a slight woman, but a strong woman. She did not die. Finally, when he went into the kitchen and took a butcher knife and slit her throat, then she did die.
Yeah, no, it happened a long time ago, and I'm trying to get over it, so when I get prepared for the streets, it won't be on my mind all the time. But, you know, I do have remorse for my victim, and I'm kind of sorry that it had to happen for her, for me to get put in jail, because I came to the conclusion if I would have stayed on the streets that I would have been killed or something like that, because I was into drugs a lot, and for some reason, it just had to happen that way just to get my life together, and I don't know why.
I was convicted of second-degree murder.
I pulled out my knife, and the first guy that I saw, I stuck him with a knife.
It was an accident, really.
I'm in here for first-degree murder.
I kind of attacked her, and I strangled her.
No, I shot him in the heart, shot him in the chest.
Yeah, he looked like you.
A drug, get her head blown off.
And this other guy I was with, we ran over there and we just beat the man up real bad, you know. Knocked him unconscious on the ground, started kicking him in his head. And he got hit with a stick that had a hook on it.
Didn't have anything else to do.
It's just something that just happened.
Got put in a coma.
I'm usually with a lot of my friends, and we just go around causing trouble. I just went into a coma for about a month, and I don't think I did wrong.
Yeah, we shot out a few windows.
I had a .25 automatic in my pocket.
Then you beat him up.
Hit him in the head and killed him.
And I stabbed that guy.
I do have remorse for my victim. District attorney kept trying to try me as an adult, but the judge kept on insisting that I can make it in juvenile, in YA.
After we took one of them outside, we took the guy outside, the one that got shot.
Back then, I didn't have no feelings, especially feelings for the victim, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I wish he wouldn't have died. You know, that's something that scars you inside, you know. You never forget that, you know. You took a human being's life, you know. I look at it, you know, still, and yet it could have been me just as easy, you know.
A man broke into the house, took our daughter-in-law downstairs at knife point, had her tie our son to a chair, and while she stood there absolutely frozen with fear, he beat Frank to death with a breadboard and a claw hammer, all the while saying, "Die, you bastard, why don't you die?" And Frank died. He then took Annette upstairs and had her to himself for, I think, about 6 hours. I've never been quite sure, but it was a very lengthy time. And at that time, he beat her over the head, he broke her wrists, her hands, he cut her at her wrists, he cut her in the elbow area, he ravaged her, he assaulted her with sexual acts that I still don't know too much about to this day. Things I think I've never heard of, and I've lived a long life. Left her for dead, set her on fire, went downstairs and set our son on fire, and left.
So I went to a party one time, and Thanksgiving night, and it was just me and another friend. We got there at the party, and one of the guys recognized me, and they were drunk. I wasn't drunk at the time yet, and one of them recognized me, and he came up to me and told me if I was the guy that beat up their homeboy. And I said, their homeboy, their friend. And I said, well, who do you mean? And he told me the name. And I said, yeah, we got into a fight. And he goes, well, you know what, I don't like nobody beating up my homeboys. And I go, well, that's too bad, you know, it happened. Then at that time when me and him were talking, some more guys circled around us, and they were staggering, and, you know, they started looking at us, you know, kind of bad. And so the guy said, well, you know what, we don't like nobody beating up our homeboys, you know. I go, well, that's too bad, you know. And so the guy, when I wasn't looking, the guy hit me, and I fell to the floor. And at the time, I had the knife with me. So when he hit me, him and his buddies, they jumped on me, and they started hitting me and beating me up. So at the time, I pulled out my knife, and the first guy that I saw, I stuck him with a knife. And when I stuck him, they all backed away.
It's my first time ever being arrested, and I don't like these places, and you know, you get tired of them.
Second-degree murder.
I was carrying a shotgun around, you know, planning on robbing somebody. And as I was pulling the shot, I had a shotgun down my pants leg. And as I was pulling the shotgun out to rob this guy, and the gun went off, it shot me right here in the foot, you know, and blew a big chunk of meat out of my foot right here.
I was standing on the roof and I was gonna jump. It was about a 3-story roof.
So I'm standing right there by the corner with my pants all bloody. And at the time, the officers, the police, they came by and they parked and they asked for identification. I told my name and I said, "You're under arrest for investigation of homicide." And so I'm in here for second-degree murder. So I was charged.
Probably the same thing. Out there, party with my friends and things like that.
Tried acid.
Selling drugs.
Yeah, beer. Smoke a little bit of marijuana. No. I used to be into that PCP, but that got my head out of control.
Was stabbed to death, shoved in a closet, and found by my 15-year-old daughter.
Together. And then this guard of a building took her into the basement and murdered.
What happened after that?
Then he took her body out and he dumped her body at a parking lot.
Started kicking him in his head.
But I'm thinking of going to college when I get out. And
I would like to get into computers myself.
I love you.
Smoking sherm.
Drugged out. And I wasn't a human being, you know.
My stepfather was an alcoholic.
My mom, she's an alcoholic. She got psychological problems.
After that, he went to Florida and he raped. I want to him. I'm sorry I have to say this, but I hope he gets death penalty, and not only, you know, does injection or gas chamber or those are too luxurious for them. I think so. They have to be, you know, punished like they did to my child. So brutal way. He hit her head with his guard. What do you call it?
Stick?
Yes, stick. And he went to get a van to take her out. So he thought first time she was dead, but when he came back to her, she was still alive, and he strangled her again. So it's like a double murder. I can never forgive it.
I kind of attacked her, and I strangled her.
They were stubborn, you know. They knew that we had guns and things, but they still didn't want to cooperate and things.
So I caught him and got to beat me. And for a minute, man, I admit it felt good, you know.
I'm being punished for the crimes I committed in the past, which I didn't get caught for.
I don't think I did wrong.
I'm here for accessory to murder.
Beat him real bad, took his money. And I just shot him.
And he looked like you.